Okay. All right. So let's do it again, which is the next movie we're talking about for Black History Month, which is another movie that Dad asked us to do. This is more of a light-hearted movie. It's more, fun, comedic. Also, there's no trailer for this, so this movie's actually so there's a trilogy apparently. I just found that out, just learned it today. Uptown Saturday Night's the first one.
Yeah.
Let's Do It Again is the second one. And then the third one is a piece, what was it? A Piece of the Action or something like that?
Yeah. That's the only one I haven't seen.
So Let's Do It Again refers to Uptown Saturday Night, which is something about a lottery ticket. Like they're on a mission to locate a lottery ticket that was stolen. So Let's Do It Again is basically like, let's, put this plan together and make some money, let's get together again and do this. So
I heard it's like it's a trilogy of like those two, but like I heard there's like different characters. They play different characters.
Right.
Yeah, I think because I've only seen Uptown Saturday Night and Let's Do It Again. I can't even remember Uptown Saturday Night because it was so long ago. But I remember it being funny. But I do think they're two different characters. It's kind of like Richard Pryor and what's the other
Wilder.
Yeah,
Wilder.
it's kind of like that type of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, apparently in the third one, the characters don't even know each other. So Richard Pryor and Sidney Poitier, their characters don't know each other in the third movie. Whereas with this one in Uptown Saturday Night, they obviously know each other. So
Wait, Richard Pryor or
the characters.
Wait, is it?
The characters in the third movie didn't know each other.
Oh, okay. Because you said Richard Pryor, and I'm all like, he's in the. Oh, you talking about?
You talking about this?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. My bad. I got
come back to this after I said the Richard Pryor.
Okay.
Oh, Bill Cosby. I'm sitting here like, what are you guys talking about? Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby. My bad. Bill Cosby's character and Sidney Poitier's character don't know each other in the third movie, whereas they're friends in the other two movies. So Let's Do It Again. They have a plan to get some money by rigging a boxing match in New Orleans. And they
needed money for that. Was it a church or was it a cult? What the fuck was that?
It was a lodge or some shit. Like
yeah, but they were like, I don't know what it looked religious based.
It was. So I heard that's what the lodge is, like community organization.
Some kind of So because they were like they had a nursery and all this other kind of stuff. So they needed money for the building fund. That's what they needed money for. They didn't have enough. So the money they did have, the two characters planned on taking that money and placing bets, but first rigging it so they could win money for the building fund. So Sidney Poitier's character was like in the military and he learned how to hypnotize people. So he used that to hypnotize the fighter who was just like, skin and bones.
Bootney Farnsworth, played by what's his name? Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker. It's funny because they had the dad and the son from Good Time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
So
that's hilarious.
So they hypnotize Bootney so that way he'll win, but nobody's gonna bet on him because he's not a great fighter. So they hypnotize him to win. They place their bets on him and they win. Take that money to help the building fund, but then they get found out and then they have to do all of this stuff all over again. So what was I gonna ask? So I didn't know that was George Foreman in the beginning.
Yeah, I told Katrina that. He was hella young.
In the beginning where they were at work and they were about to fight.
When he was about to fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they took their shirts off and he was like, bring it in. Like, give me So I did not realize that was
hilarious in this. The one thing I noticed
funny
when I watch these movies, it's like I always tell you guys, normally I don't pay attention to the directing and all of that. But just hearing the sound effects of older movies is hilarious. It's like you can literally hear them making the clicky clack shoe noises and shit. That shit is hilarious to me.
But what's funny too also is like they'll be in the same place, but when they would shoot Bill Cosby, there would be like no background sound, and then we go to Sidney Poitier, and then you hear hella background.
Hella noise outside.
so funny.
I didn't know he directed all 3 films. Sidney Poitier.
Oh, he directed them?
I knew
he directed them.
Well, I didn't know about all 3 of them being part of each other until today, but I knew he directed this one, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the second time I've seen it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know there was a first one or second. Oh, you know, films they did before and after this. So it said, "Let's do it again." I'm like, "Oh, is that a sequel saying let's do this again?" But there's no connection to the first movie except for this, you know, the same actors. I
wanted to ask you guys, watching this movie, do you feel like the theme from Harlem Nights was inspired by this movie? Because if you look at the situation, it's like they place the bets on the fighters and it's like rigged. It's like the damn near the same situation.
It makes sense if it was what do you call it? Inspired by it. Right. That would make sense.
Yeah. You mean like a setup, them setting up?
Just that the whole way it happens, like the mob bosses were setting up this. The bet is fixed. They're gonna place all their money on here because we convinced them to.
Oh yeah, because the fight of the boxers. Yeah. Wait, would this come out before Harlem Nights or?
Yeah, this was in the 70s.
Yeah.
This was 1975.
I think so. Yeah, seems like he did through inspiration.
And Bill Cosby was a big inspiration for a lot of comedians, so it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Bill Cosby was hella funny in this movie.
Hilarious.
I cracked up from beginning to end with him.
When I was watching it, like things are popping back in my head, but the one scene when they're in there and he starts singing the song. I don't know why when I was little.
About the orphans?
He's like, we wrote a song for him.
It's an orphanage with real orphans.
He's like, give me your card. He was like, ha! Oh, that's not the card. I was like, he is fucking hilarious.
I was like, he is hella slick in that movie because the scene where he's in there and the couple's making out.
Yeah.
He was like, what do you say? I'm the hotel detective or whatever he called
the house
detective.
Yeah, house detective. Yeah.
And then it turned out the other guy was, and he was like, okay, take me in so I could tell him you were sleeping with a married woman.
He's like, are you gonna take me in? Oh no, he doesn't want to.
What do you say? So you said that they were mob bosses, right? John Amos's character was a mob boss, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or were they just?
I don't know if you call them a mob boss. They definitely ran the whole betting thing, but they both ran their own.
But they were from different cities. Like he was from Kansas City, and then Biggie Smalls was from somewhere else. But they were in New Orleans because at the end the cop was like, "I don't want to see you back here again." But so Biggie Smalls, I had looked it up because Dad had mentioned the name. He was like, "Wasn't that Notorious B.I.G.'s other name?" Yeah. So I looked it up, and sure enough, he did get that from the movie.
Yeah, I read that up today too. Yeah.
So I wanted to check that out. Dad said he was 13 when he saw this movie, and he saw it at the drive-in. And he said,
"God damn, that was 75." He saw it at the Oakland drive-in too, huh?
Probably. The one that don't exist no more.
Yeah, it didn't exist when I was born.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I didn't know that shit existed.
It's always been a flea market. It's always been the flea market.
No, it was there. That was the last drive-in I've been to.
You talking about Union City?
No, I'm talking about Oakland.
No, you're a liar.
I saw Lion King at that one.
You saw it in Union City. The Oakland drive-in wasn't there anymore.
I don't remember that.
I will look it up.
Blast me in this video. You want to blast me? You blast me. But the Oakland drive-in was not there when Lion King was out. I'm
either blasting you or me, but I'm gonna check it out. And I'm gonna put it up here.
I'm gonna be at work. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna look for a blast. I'm gonna listen to Spotify. And I'm gonna go to YouTube. Like, she better blast herself if it's not there.
But yeah, Bill Cosby in this outfit.
When he can't. Because I remember the scene when he patted himself down, he took the gun out and he put it in his pants, and then he reached in his pocket, and then he went through his zipper and pulled the gun back out, and then he put it back in his pocket. I was like, he is a fucking idiot.
It's so dumb.
He's an idiot. He's fucking hilarious. Bill Cosby is hilarious.
Did you trip that there was no profanity in this movie? There was no cursing in this movie.
I was shocked when I saw it was rated PG because like I said, I don't really remember the movie.
I'm not too surprised because Bill Cosby's not really one for profanity, right? Especially with his family. But I thought maybe it'd be different in a movie, but it didn't dawn on me that there was no cursing during the movie.
No, he don't curse in the stand-ups or nothing. So
or his
I'm
movies,
not surprised.
Yeah.
But I didn't even trip on that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't even know it. I realized it until you said something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's funny because watching this as a kid, I know who Bill Cosby was, but I never knew who the other guy was.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who I thought he was. Assumed he was somebody else, but
Denzel
I didn't know
Washington.
He was probably was Washington, Danny Glover, anybody but Sidney Poitier. I was like, that's that person.
Throwing out random black names.
Yeah.
So I was saying Dad said he was 13 when he saw it, and he said this movie was very popular in the Black community as far as comedies went. So this movie was a big, huge deal when it came out. What was I gonna say? Fuck. I'm all over the place with my notes. Oh, the scene. So the John Amos and his goons find the two characters at their church, whatever you want to call it, locate them, and they're like, they got them in a room somewhere, like
I hated that. I hated that because they
hit him with the hat.
Hit him with the hat. I hated that shit.
But did he say, "I'm gonna murderize you guys"?
I think he said that.
I swear he said murderize.
You mean the guy with the glasses? All can do with the glasses?
The one that was hitting him with the hat. Yeah, the one that was like hella amped. I swear he said, "I'm a murderer."
I think he did say that. Yeah.
And he took his hat off his side.
I was like, "Oh, I think he said murderize."
That's the scene Sidney Poitier made me laugh, like, besides the jogging scene, because he was looking at him. And he was like, what? What's his name, James? He was like, stop looking at me like that. Like, look at him. Don't look at me.
Y'all feel tired? No.
And Bill Cosby's one eye starts falling.
Yeah. He was hella mad. Like, stop looking at me like that. Look at them. Y'all all right? Y'all feel tired?
The shit that had me cracking up as a kid and today was when he's hypnotizing Booty Fosworth for the first time. Win!
You will win.
I will? Yes, out of sight.
This movie was funny throughout the entire thing. I think there was one point where it kind of like dipped, but I think it was like in the middle, like when nothing was really happening, and then it picked up.
I think if we do our rating, kind of brought it down for me because it kind of went on a little bit too long, to where I was kind of like, I'm kind of losing interest. Maybe it was because the wives were betting or doing something.
I liked Richard Pryor. Bill Cosby.
Let's do it again, right?
Richard Pryor and Denzel Washington were not in this movie.
Bill Cosby's wife, I loved when she went to go place the bet. I liked her character. They were funny, like at the dinner scene, at the lunch scene, or whatever it was, when we first saw them in New Orleans, and they were just talking all sexual to each other, hell loud in the restaurant. Then they started teasing them for whispering during sex.
I'm not saying I don't like the character. I just think like during the time, I mean, it was important that they were like setting up like the bets and everything.
Yeah.
But it just kind of like, that's where it was kind of dragging a bit. But then as soon as like they were chasing them, or like when they draw, because as a kid I'm like, what the fuck happened? Because there's some parts I didn't really understand what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Set up to where they spent hella money on betting it's a draw in the first round. And then Biggie Smalls is like, where the fuck is he from? And he's just from Predator 2. That's the only other movie. I thought it was from other ones, but that's from, exactly. I'm pretty
I thought I knew him too, but
yeah, that's the only thing. What else was there? I thought Jimmy Walker's Dave Chappelle when I first saw this as a kid. Just wanted everybody to know that. I know who Jimmy Walker was. I'm like, is that the guy from Robin Hood Men in Tights? As a kid. Elementary school.
You guys sound like me with white actors right now.
He gets a pass because he was a kid, though.
Yes. And we didn't have Wikipedia back then, or like that's
or
look up
IMDb.
something right then and there. Yeah, what's up?
Or IMDb.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Actually, I think IMDb came out a couple years after, like when I was a kid, but still, you had to wait to go online. You know that AOL thing. You remember that?
Kids think that they see their dad on TV. So
yeah, if it's Arsenio Hall, you might go up to the TV screen and go, "Daddy, Daddy."
So
inside joke for my family.
You get a pass as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, Richard Pryor and Denzel in this movie was hella funny.
That shit is hilarious. I had to watch it. Where'd you guys watch it at? Because I had to watch it on YouTube.
I watched their dad's account on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Oh, you had to pay for it. I was like, I ain't paying $3 for this shit.
Oh no.
It was $9.
Wait, I thought he already had it.
No, he couldn't find it. So
okay.
I went to his account to watch it and it said it wasn't purchased. So I called him and I was like, how did you watch it? Because he had just watched it. And he said on YouTube, but there's like a little man in the corner when he was watching it. And I was like, I'm surprised you don't own it. And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's coming up, but it's not bought. And he was pissed. He was like, I've been looking for this damn movie. So you must have watched it right after he bought it.
Yeah, well, I watched it.
Last night.
Yeah, today I watched Soldier Story and Let's Do It Again.
Oh, okay. He just bought it yesterday. So
okay, yeah. So when he said purchase and rentals, I'm like, oh, you must have already had it.
He said that there was something going on where there was like some kind of Black streaming service that was trying to be created, and so
there is. It's called All Black. They put
so it's already created.
It's already out.
So maybe something happened to where I think they were trying to get Let's Do It Again on their streaming service, and that's why it wasn't available on Prime.
It's on that. So All Black, you have to get it through Prime, I think.
Oh, so maybe they did something, because at first he couldn't get it directly through Prime. It had to go through a third-party vendor. So something happened, and now it's all cleared up now. So
he might like the All Black app because they put all the old school Black movies on there.
So when I talked to Dad about picking movies for this, I said, Lamar suggested that you pick movies for us to watch for Black History Month. He said, I don't watch just any Black movie. I watch real Black movies. So I'm going to give you some good ones to watch. I don't watch that bullshit. So if there's bullshit on that app, he don't want to
like that.
He said, what are those B movies, R movies, whatever they're called? I don't watch that crap. I watch good Black films.
So do I. Every movie on this list I've seen before, and I like them.
I was just saying, whatever movies they have on that app, if they have the dumb Black films on it, he ain't gonna get that out.
Good. No. So they have stuff like this. Like they have Uptown Saturday Night and Let's Do It Again. They got those
and
the old school good quality movies, huh?
And State Property and
I don't know about that.
Thicker Than Water. Those are the
what about
Belly? Hey. I'm not taking no Thicker Than Water slander. I'm not taking that.
This is from Dad. So
I like Thicker Than Water.
But he's talking about those kinds of movies. He was like, I'm not giving you those kinds of movies to watch because they're bullshit. But no, all the movies he gave us as options were really good options.
I'm surprised he didn't give us Last Dragon. Did he give us Last Dragon?
He didn't.
No.
He probably wasn't trying to. He probably wasn't trying to be. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He probably wasn't trying to be like surface with it, because like Uptown Saturday Night, Let's Do It Again. It's not. If you think about it, they don't really. When they talk about Black comedies, they don't really talk about those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean? But I just missed Stars in Black. I watched so many movies on growing up, but I don't know what happened to it.
And Soldier Story, nobody talks about that.
It depending on who's seen it. If they've seen it, they'll recommend it as a great movie, but you have to have seen it.
It's definitely not a rewatchable movie. Like I wouldn't watch it again. It was a good like first time watch. Like it was a good movie. You should check it out, but I wouldn't watch it again unless it called for it. Like unless it was like, okay, you need to watch this for whatever reason. Like, all right, I'll watch it. No problem.
Or if Dad,
I think
we're gonna come over his house and watch the Soldier Story. What's up?
I think that was the point I was trying to make before when I said there's great movies that you don't have to watch more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
there's certain movies you can't watch more than once because it's good. It's just hard to watch again. So
yeah.
not saying it's not saying it's a bad movie. It's just
Too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say I enjoyed that movie because it's fucked up, right? Like
12 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave. Yeah. Every time I talk about that, I was like, goes back to 12 Years a Slave. Was it a good movie? Yes. Did you enjoy it? You can't really say you enjoy that movie because
it was done very well.
Yeah,
Movie. It was all right.
Which one?
12 Years a Slave.
I'm trying to figure out the reason why. I think we talked about it.
Yeah, it was just certain things that happened in that movie that I didn't like. Not situational, but like the certain. I didn't like the lady that was crying for her kids.
Oh yeah, that's what I remember. We were talking about that.
She wasn't a good actress.
No, I don't. I must have blocked that out.
Do you not rebel for your children? It was like she was saying a poem or some shit. I was like, what the fuck? I thought you were crying.
I mean, I didn't think she was that bad. I thought she was convincing enough.
I just didn't like.
She wasn't even in it. She wasn't even in it that long. Just that one scene. So
I don't like when you try to force the sad.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. It's kind of like no, you bought Edward Norton's crying and was American History X, right, Lamar?
Yeah.
Tasha, okay, Tasha, you didn't.
No.
Did you think he was unconvincing in that? Like she was.
I did not feel anything when he was crying.
Are you saying when he found his brother that's fucked up?
Yeah.
Oh, you did say that.
I did say that, yeah.
I mean, to me, I'm not paying attention to like the acting in there. I'm like, oh fuck, that's some shit. And I thought it was convincing. I felt it for both movies, for both 12 Years a Slave and.
If you lost in a scene, I understand, but there's certain things. If you pick up on it, you'll be like, oh man. Like I said, she was crying hella hard. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, fuck, shut up, kind of. But it's like I understand why you're crying. But then when he asked her, he's like, why do you keep crying? And she started saying like this poetry shit, and I was just like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, gotta blame the screenwriters for that. Maybe she couldn't perform it the way.
Maybe
I don't know if anybody can do
act. And then the white saviors. So let's move on to something else.
My favorite quote from this movie was when Bill Cosby was on the phone and he said, I know you're 6'2" and good looking, but how would you like to be 4'2" and ugly? That was my favorite quote.
Bill Cosby was just ridiculous. I just seen it playing in my head, like from when I was little, when he walked in with that suit in that restaurant and he pulled the gun out. Because it was so ridiculous. He pulled the pistol out of his pocket while he's talking, and then he puts it in his waistband. And while he's still talking, and then he unzips the zipper and pulls the gun back out, and then puts it back in his other hand and puts it back in the pocket he took it out of. I was like, what did he do that for? What did he do that for?
Oh man, he was so funny. And then he walked away and you just see his outfit. It's like pants that are too short or they're like long shorts, whatever the hell.
Oh yeah.
You know what was ridiculous?
Red.
The scene that was ridiculous. They went into the hotel, right? And the people were watching for him outside. And then they go in the hallway and change clothes. And then they go out another door, get in the car and drive off. I was like, they didn't even have to change clothes. Like, get in the car and leave. That shit is ridiculous.
Oh man. So yeah. So all right. So that was Let's Do It Again. I don't know if you want to say anything else on it or you want to just give your ratings.
I give it a 3.5. You guys give it a 3.
Yeah, give it a 3.
Everything I give,
So it's funny,
you guys
funny,
We're right below you. But the difference between this one and A Soldier Story, I would watch this again.
It's funny. I would watch Soldier Story again for some reason.
Really?
I thought this one went on too long, a bit too long.
I had fun watching it.
It's just hilarious to watch it.
I think I missed watching it with Dad. That's what I need to watch it with.
I want to watch it with him again. Like when I watch it again, I want to watch it with him.
Yeah.
Because his laugh is infectious. He will make it that much more funny. Because he laughs like it's the first time.
He was. Oh yeah. He'll
that high
quote,
pitched twang.
he'll do what black people do: quote the line and laugh.
He laughs like Desi, like how Desi laughs. It could be the smallest, it could be like a grape, and she's crying tears and fucking can't breathe. Like, God, wasn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like,
Face
God
all
damn.
red.
Yeah.
For real. We were supposed to watch Uptown. Was it Uptown Saturday? Whatever it's called. Saturday Night. Yeah. With him sometime, but like that was before the pandemic. So I've been waiting to watch it with him because I know he wanted to see it. But I heard this one, like this one was more successful than the last movie, or this was the most successful out of the 3 movies they were in. Yeah.
I would just say, like, Tasha, just tell them to at least do a trial for the all black, because they put all of the old school black movies on there.
I'll let them know about it. Yeah. I'll check it out too.
I think you have to do it through Amazon Prime.
All right. So that was Let's Do It Again.